In the EQ8 example, we didn't do anything in the lower mids, but one thing we did do is we did a low cut. So on this EQ, if we go down to the bottom here where my mouse is scrolling, we've also got a high pass filter here. It doesn't have the same options as what the parametric one did in EQ8, but we can still cut a proportion of lows out. Let's try that. I guess another way to look at that is it's kind of smoother with smaller amounts of dB boost, and it's harsher the more you push the dB, which is in effect what the Q would do anyway. So one more thing to think about when you're looking at analog model EQs is a good way to get mentally get into using them is to kind of picture what you see on a parametric graphic EQ when you're using these. So if you look at this top frequency here, we can see a shelf. If you move that up and down and you're actually picturing what you would normally see on a graphical EQ and the kind of curve it would be producing, and the next thing I want to do is to just apply the Lfos we did in the other example. Now, I've never done this on this synthesizer before, so please bear with me, but I think I've got an idea of where it will be. It'll be something to do with the filter modulation. So I guess that's to modulate the cutoff frequency. And we need to set it to LFO1, which is here. Turn the amount up. Yep, and now we're getting something. So first thing I'm going to do is set the arpeggio to the same key of the bass line, which is G sharp. Now, I actually think that's quite cool. And I think if you played around with that, you get something really interesting. All of a sudden, it's transformed those notes and bass line into something completely different. Now, there's actually something more going on as well with this. And the reason is the synthesizer that's used to play the sound. I'll just open it. It's Native Instruments Monarch, which you install, load into Reactor. This synthesizer is a monophonic synthesizer. It cannot play two notes at once, but I'm forcing it to try play two notes at once. And what it's doing is it's having this kind of like note priority randomizing effect. So it will slide between notes when there's two at once, or it will randomly pick a higher note or a lower note. And that's what's kind of making it sound the way it does. So let's get into a little bit of the debate. Do we need compression? Do we need compression, or considering compression is gain reduction, do you need compression on, say, a 909 kick drum when the level's very consistent? It doesn't need the level modulating or adjusting as it plays through because it's consistent in the sound and it's a re-triggered sample or something. Do we need it? I'd say on kick drums, outside a live scenario, and particularly in electronic music, compressing the kick drum would be more for creative use. We are looking for the vocoder effect, which is an audio effect, and it's highlighted here. In typical Ableton style, we've got a number of presets underneath, but we're not interested in that. We're just going to start with a blank default vocoder. So I'm going to insert that onto the breakbeat channel. Frequency range on the top, do that on the low.